Hey people, Diary of a Black Mum. Where have I been? Life has been lifing, but in a good way. So I haven't been on for a good couple of weeks. I think even 3, you know. And I remember my last video was about forgiveness, and damn, that one touched a nerve. So we are going to continue part 2 today. Yes, it's your girl Marsha B. Another episode of Diary of a Black Mum. I haven't been on for about 3 weeks. Do you know why? Because life has been, good things have been happening. I know when we say life is lifing, I'm actually talking positively. Good things have been happening. But the last video that I posted, it was about forgiveness. I'm not gonna lie, it touched my nerve because I'm currently going through something where I'm talking the talk on my videos, and I'm also having to learn to walk the walk. And my children will always pull me up and say, Mum, how can you post these videos and then you're not following by example? And I'm not a hypocrite. I like to say what I mean and do what I say. So with regards to forgiveness now, as parents, we teach our children how to have integrity, how to have good morals, be the best that you can be, you know, push yourselves, aspire to have great things. And part of being a parent is also teaching them the things that they don't want to do, but they know they have to do it because you've gone through it yourself. We are adults and the children still have a lot to learn. So you have to show them, look, Mum and Dad have gone through all of these things, and from our own mistakes, it's better for you to just listen and just follow the information than have to learn the hard way. Now, forgiveness to me, I said in the last video, it's not about the other person or the people that have hurt you. Forgiveness is all about releasing you from that stronghold. But it's hard. It is hard. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of things that came from the Bible, which is obviously an acronym of basic instructions before leaving earth. Yeah, we've been given a set of instructions so that we can live on the earth peacefully. But a lot of the times, look at what we're living in right now. I was saying, I actually have done 3 recordings of this video, you know, and each time I get someone messaging me, I get the phone ringing, or I haven't turned off the notification so you hear the sound in the video, and I'm like, you know what, somehow I'm gonna have to get this video posted, you know, because this is not just about me just wanting to talk on a video and just chatting for the sake of it. Clearly there's someone in my network that has to hear this, or even I have to play this back and hear it for myself. Yeah, forgiving people is not an easy thing to do, especially when it's people that are close to you, people that you've been brought up with, people, family. Let's keep it real. I'm not beating around the bush. When family, I could have hurt my family and they might not have forgiven me. My family have hurt me and I say that I've forgiven them, and then something might come up in a conversation, I might get aggravated. And I think, why are you aggravated? Why are you triggered if you've actually forgiven the person or the people? Now, I'm touching deep on this because I'm still going through a storm. I'm still going through something that really, I've had a few years to digest information. I've had a few years of learning that not everyone that you've grown up with or that you know are going to be on your journey. You know, it's like my mum or my godmother sent me, it was like a video. It was talking about the journey of life as a train and how you're on that train and sometimes people will come on and then they'll get off at the next stop, or sometimes people will come on and they're going to be there with you for the whole duration of that train ride until the end. And that is what life is about. And, you know, people that I thought would be with me all the way to the end, actually, they've dropped off a long time. They're just like, yo, and they've come off the train ride, the journey of life. So people that I thought would be with me are no longer with me. And then I think, oh my goodness, have I truly forgiven them? Lord help me, because it's a deep one. Also, as I'm teaching my young adults, my young children about forgiveness, I then watched something yesterday. You know what we're all going through right now. There's certain things happening out there in the world. And I saw a little boy, age 8, with his younger brother. And they were crying and they look like they've just come out of rubble, so they're looking dusty, and it was really heartfelt. It was heartbreaking. And he was talking to an adult or a journalist, and he was trying to find his brother, and then he looked over the road and he saw his brother, and then the little brother came over and they reunited. And I started to think, you know, what is the future for those 3 little boys, and how do they forgive the masses of people that have just been doing all manner of craziness to their country, to their family? I don't even know if their parents were alive. The story didn't show you everything. It just showed you a snippet of these 3 boys. And I started to think, you know, we're all going through different things in life. We've all got different situations, but how do you forgive? How do children forgive adults that have hurt them? I'm sure their parents would have told them as they were growing up, you know, you love everyone, you love each other, unity and all that kind of stuff. But then you experience something literally so heart-wrenching. How do you forgive? And somehow you have to forgive them. I remember Sunday school years ago teaching the young adults, the youth, about, there was a scripture, and even now when I think about it, I think, really, Marsha, would you really let someone who's boxed you on your right side, it says, anyone who slaps you on your cheek, you're supposed to turn your head and give them the other side. So it's like, okay, so someone's hurt me on this side, I'm just supposed to turn around and go, yeah, sure, box my face on the other side. And I remember having this conversation with so many of the youth, you know, and they were saying, but Sister Marsha, how are you letting someone who's just boxed in your face box you again? And I'm like, now when I really deep, I think, you know what, these young adults, I love them. These young children, I love them because they question everything. Don't just believe what you've been taught. Sometimes you have to go, you know what, I need to just really check what we're reading here, because is this really making sense? Forgiveness though, if you don't forgive people that have hurt you, it will just eat away at your soul. It doesn't affect those people, you know. Those people will still get up and laugh and do whatever they're doing, but unforgiveness actually affects your mental health. It affects your body, it affects your sleep, it affects every single part of your world until you can release that feeling, that anger, that, yeah, it just affects you. Why do I talk about this? Because I'm going through stuff. We're all going through life. We're all going through situations, and as a parent, it's my duty to bring up these beautiful babies of mine. I know they're not babies anymore, but they're my babies still. You've got to bring them up as wholesome as possible. They're the next generation. They're the next leaders of this world that we're living in, and it's really upsetting. You know, our parents went through stuff, our grandparents went through stuff, our parents went through stuff, and what you don't want to do is you don't want generations of hurt to just keep being filtered down. You want to, what we're supposed to be doing on this earth right now is everything that we've experienced in life, good, bad and ugly, we're meant to understand everything that we've experienced and then share it with others and the younger generation so that they can learn from our experiences. A lot of the times though, children don't want to hear the parents, and then they want to experience it for themselves, and then it doesn't work out, and then the parents go, see, told you so. We don't want it to be like that though. We want the children to actually listen to the parents. But then when I think about, did I listen to my parents when I was growing up? Oh no, I did not. I did what I wanted to do. I did tell a couple of lies to go to a house party. Yeah, so I'm teaching, I'm speaking, but also, man, I don't want my children just to listen. I want young adults to listen to our parents. Listen to us. We've got good stuff to tell you. We're not just saying it for the sake of it. And eventually, you know, we should have some stronger children coming up as amazing adults who understand that love and unity is key. Not forgiving people doesn't actually help, because then you just live in a system of people hating one another. You know, you've got race against race, culture and religion. There's so much division going on. And if you really check the core, there's a lot of unforgiveness in a lot of these issues that are happening right now in the world. And that's probably why it's taken me weeks to talk about it. Weeks, because, you know, there is so many different conversations. There's so much different beliefs. Your belief is not wrong and my belief is not wrong, because we were brought up in that belief. But we need to understand each other's beliefs. And I think this is the problem. You know, I work with so many different multicultural backgrounds and I respect them all, but sometimes they just don't understand me. For example, I work in the fashion industry. People are talking about Black Friday every single day for the last, say, 2 weeks. Do you know where Black Friday originated from? Slaves were sold on Black Friday. Yeah, the strongest, the fittest, the best slaves were sold on Black Friday. Now, for me to educate the company that I'm working for, they are not going to change Black Friday just because one black woman in the London office has actually stated, like, Black Friday is not actually about selling clothes really cheaply, dirt cheap. It originated from my ancestors being sold. Now, do I sit there in the office every day getting vexed? No. I have to forgive these people because they haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue. And this is where forgiveness comes from so many different angles. Forgiveness of those people that are ignorant. They might know, you know, but they choose not to deep it, because they might be like, oh my gosh, Marsha's always in this philosophical mode. She's always talking about her history. I have to talk about my history because you have to look at your history to know where you're going. Okay, you have to look at what didn't work back then and how can we improve things going forward. So even though forgiveness on this video started with me talking about I have my own personal issues and I have to learn how to forgive people, and I've forgiven them and I've let go, actually forgiveness is in everything. Because I've just mentioned my workplace. There's people that are chatting about Black Friday and all they're thinking about is their 99p dress, and I'm going, if only these people realise where Black Friday came from. They're making it out like it's an American thing and it's come to England. No, please stop the lying, because we really know where it came from, but you just don't want to acknowledge it. But you know what? It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive everyone who doesn't actually understand. But then when you do know where it comes from, surely you would think about then changing this. But no, it's all about money. It's about greed, isn't it? So you have to just let it go and move on. Anyway, need to get back into a routine of doing my videos. It's such a beautiful sunny Sunday. The colours out there right now, the yellows, the oranges, still a little hint of green, but yeah, seasons are changing, and I just continue to share, you know, I want everyone to appreciate my videos. My workload has increased, so I'll do my best to keep posting up my videos once a week, like I said I was going to when I first started. And just share these with someone who you think would benefit from hearing about forgiveness. And be that ripple effect. Remember when you throw a stone, or I used to do this ages ago in my hometown, there's a beautiful pond, and I used to throw a stone and it used to bounce on top of the water. We used to like skim the stone on the water, yeah? And it's about having that ripple effect. That's what I wanted to say. Be that ripple effect. Remember, if you hold on to unforgiveness, people around you will be that ripple effect and think it's normal to unforgive. It's normal to hold on to malice. It's okay to turn a blind eye. No, that's not what this video is about. This video is about be the ripple effect. Forgive. Because when you forgive others, there'll be a ripple effect, and it might have a knock-on effect on another family, another neighbour, another friend, another work colleague, another stranger. Be the ripple effect that we want to see in the world. Be what you want to see in the world. I want to see more people speaking up and talking the truth. We'll touch on that subject at some point on these videos, because a lot of the times people want to not speak up because they're scared of what other people are going to think about them. So that subject will come up, talking the truth and shaming the devil. But I want these videos to be have a ripple effect where someone will hear these words from a mother who has gone through so much. I'm still here smiling. Some days I think, man, if I could do a video when I'm in the thick of it, people would be like, oh my gosh, she is so dramatic, she's crying. But you know what, I've had my tears, and I'm sure there's tears to come. I'm sure there's things that will happen in my future part of my life, and you know what I mean, I will be able to testify and share a word. But because I'm sending out these words, I want it to be a ripple of blessings. I want people to understand you have to forgive. You don't have a choice. You have to forgive. You have to let go. Be the person that you want to see in the world, so that, you know, you can look at other people and be that reflection. Sometimes I get on the bus and people step on my foot and I think, man, I just want to tell them about themselves. And I have to just quickly stop and say, nah, do you know what? Just do the opposite of what they're expecting. Because they already think I'm an angry black woman. Let's just keep it real. I'm not an angry black woman. I even had to tell someone in Legoland last month. The lady, I was treated a little bit disrespectfully getting on the train, and the guy was really rude to me. And then I explained to customer services, and she said, oh, I'm going to put a complaint for you. Would you like me to say that you was angry? And I thought to myself, hold on, that's your perception of us women already. Anyone with my skin colour, whether it's lighter or darker, ebony or caramel, you think that we're angry. We're not angry black women, but we've gone through a lot. And we just want to be heard. That's all it is. That is all it is. So, this is Marsha B, Diary of a Black Mum. Sorry if I did talk off your ears. If you got to the end of this video, bless your heart, man. You actually listened to me for 16 whole minutes. Marsha just going on and on about forgiveness. Because do you know why I talk about it? Because it's something that I'm personally experiencing, and I'm still working on it. And I do forgive everyone that's hurt me. I probably haven't spoken to them, but God knows my heart. I really have forgiven every single person that has said something, done something. Yeah, I've forgiven them all. And I just pray that they will know forgiveness is the key. And also love and unity. Anyway, I'm gone. Please like, please share, put on your notifications, share this to a friend. I hope that you have been blessed, because I know that when I listen back to this, I'll be getting blessed by myself. Anyway, have a good day.